Start up the engines, getting ready to roll. Gonna cruise on my bike now, music to the soul. Kick stand up, boots are best. Ain't gonna touch down till the road comes to rest. We're riding country roads, enjoying the day. We're riding for the love of the US of A. So catch a cycle fever, don't let it slip away.
There we go, he turned the mic on. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Cycle Fever TV North coming to you live from the basement of the Blue Ridge Brewery.
And this time, we've got the microphone on.
Yes, and again, kudos to Michael B. out there last week for the first person to text us and tell us we messed up.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, hey, we're glad to be back. It's been a good week here in Blue Ridge. It's rained a lot. But rain, sunshine, low humidity, still love being in the mountains. You gotta like it. So
it almost got up to 80 today.
Yeah, be careful. Anyway, so we've got a pretty good show for you tonight. Shout out to Hank, who may call in later. He's up in New York, still visiting family, friends. Clyde, did you talk to Hank? Did you hear about the golf outing?
He said he did okay. And the first day, I think he lost $5. The second day, he won $50, but I don't know how they did in the tournament overall.
His team came in second place.
No way.
In the tournament, yeah. He said they were in like second place the first day, and then they fell down to like fifth place.
When I talked to him, he made it seem like he was playing terrible golf, and
well, yeah.
Maybe he was, and the other guys
I think he did have some horrendous round before the tournament.
Okay.
But he and his partner broke his wrist or his elbow or his...
No, his ribs, and Hank hurt his wrist helping me. We installed a new motor. I have in the RV, I was trying to sell it, and I had a motorized drape in the front.
Oh, okay.
Like
a screen, a shade screen? Okay.
Shades, a shade. And the motor went out, so I'm like, crap. And the motor is inside the tube of the shade. And it was a pain in the butt, and he was on one side trying to hold it, and I'm on the other side trying to... So you're responsible really then for his good golf? Yeah.
I would go with that with dinner when he gets back.
I think so.
Anyway, so we talked to Hank a couple times during the week. Clyde actually spent some time this week learning the technical side of things, and tonight's his debut of a Clyde put together video clip. Right. So you'll get to see that a little later on in the show. Again, we just thought Hank may call in. If he does, we'll try to get at least his lovely voice on the air with you tonight. Got a pretty good show. We're going to go into Blue Ridge with the Arts in the Park, I think, is our first episode here coming up.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, you were down there. I didn't make it down there this year. I went down last year. Hank Linden and I went down there last year. But I mean, it's always just slam busy.
It was crazy. Hank and Linda went down there, and my wife and I were going to meet, kind of run into them down there. We couldn't find a parking place. And so we had to leave and just do something else. We came back an hour later, and by the time we came back, Hank and Linda were already out of there. But we finally got a place to park, and so we could walk around. It was packed.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. And I mean, the time we went down there last year, lots of really cool vendors, lots of local guys in there doing some really cool stuff. As you know what? We could sit here and talk about it. Why don't we show the clip?
I just got to say, I was really mad about the whole thing, though, because it was so packed that the line to get a funnel cake, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
After the Army, I can't stand in those kind of lines anymore.
Right.
I just won't do it. But, God, the funnel cakes, and they had some other desserts and stuff in there. They look so good.
Yeah, I saw some parody song today by some cowboy guy, Cowboy on a Tailgate or something. I was playing around on the internet, and it was a parody song on why you shouldn't wait 52 minutes for anything from McDonald's. And it's really pretty funny. So anyway. All right, well, let's roll that clip. It's going to be Arts in the Park 2021 down in Blue Ridge, and then right after that, we're gonna roll right into the guy that makes banks out of post office boxes.
Post office banks.
Post office banks, not a bank that's a post office, but post office banks. Let's roll it and see what it looks like. Hopefully we're back. Hey, do me a favor, put your headphones on and just make sure that people can hear me real quick.
Wait, you want to make sure we're actually on the air?
Yeah, let's make sure we're actually on the air. We have audio, but we didn't get any text messages, so we were hoping that audio was going out and everything was working well. Hey, you know what? There are so many talented people in this world. You know, I wish I had a little bit of the talent that those folks have in my pinky. But anyway, so super crowded again down there this year, Clyde, I guess. Do you see anything really cool that...
Where? The banks?
No, well, we didn't see the banks. It didn't auto go to the banks. It came back to me.
Okay.
But that's okay. We'll go to the banks in a second.
I saw a lot of cool stuff down there. It was a lot of craft show stuff, but there was some cool stuff down there.
Well, there's a fine difference between a craft show and a CRA.
Hank is calling in.
Oh, no!
Yeah, we got...
All right, the Hank is live.
The Tank on the phone.
He's alive.
He is alive.
Let's see if we can get him up on speakerphone, and you can walk that
Here's
around.
Speakerphone.
Walk it around, and we'll put him by the microphone here.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well,
Hey, welcome back to Civilization.
can you hear us?
I can hear you. You gotta realize I got a 20-second delay, so whatever you say to me, I'll get back to you.
All right, we'll just lip sync stuff into the camera and then just wait for you to say something.
Let's talk really stupid about him.
No, don't say
See
anything.
that? That was good. Did you see the hand signal I sent back?
Yes, I did. That was not very nice, Hank.
Anyhow, just so you know, when I was getting ready to send you something, the power went out over here, so.
Storms in New York?
Storms in New York.
Awesome.
What?
Yes.
Where are you at? You're on Lake Ontario?
Lake Ontario, Rochester, New York, in the little town of Arabiquay.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know.
So,
That's awesome.
you guys are doing good. I was a little scared when we first got started because I didn't hear any music in the intro.
You should be scared after I tell you later on after the show what I accidentally deleted.
Oh no.
But more on that later.
Yeah, there'll be more on that later. I'm not sure if we're out of the woods yet, but we'll find out later.
Alright.
Anyway.
Alright, well, you guys have a good show. Mike, you're doing a good job. And I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Yeah, we are having fun
Yeah?
because we're making mistakes. That's how we have fun here.
All right,
listen.
bye, Hank.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Hank calling in from cold and blustery on Lake Ontario. He's up like above Buffalo.
Yeah,
So
he's-
Buffalo's like there, and then you go on up around
I mean,
there.
I saw pictures of where they're at. They are right on the water.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is really
Yeah.
pretty. And then I talked to him yesterday, and I guess they're going to go on to a part of New York that's over towards the New York City part, but not quite, called the Finger Lakes. That's where like Cornell University is.
Okay.
And again, just, I mean,
Beautiful area.
What's really interesting is what a different contrast. When you say New York, you think Manhattan.
Yeah.
And everybody does it, I do it. But you can drive, it's kind of like saying Atlanta represents all of Georgia.
Right.
You get 30 miles outside of New York and you're up in the Catskills and Martha Stewart Land and then on way up through the Finger Lakes and then all the way over to Buffalo and everywhere. The Erie Canal runs through there. I mean, just amazing.
I know exactly what you meant. Me, when I used to think of New York, until I actually went there and worked and got to go out, you know, the northern part of New York State and got to go sightseeing. And even when you think about Cleveland or anything like that, you think, oh my God, no, I want to go to Cleveland. Well, I had to go to school in Cleveland for a while with the training for, you know, work. But we were north of Cleveland. It was gorgeous. I mean, I'd been there in a heartbeat. It was great. So it's preconceived notions and visions of what you think it's going to be, but it's some beautiful
And it's so true across all parts of our country.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. My wife and I just visited my sister in Pueblo, Colorado.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, well, not Pueblo.
Really?
No. And I said I had to tell my wife that this does not represent the entire state of Colorado.
Yeah.
Only about half. And it's high desert, so it has its own character,
Right.
but it's not the 14,000 foot Rocky
It's not what you
Mountains.
think of the big
No,
mountains.
it's not what
and
your
nice
preconceived
and
notion
cool.
of what Colorado's supposed to be when you get there.
Right.
So anyway, well, that was cool. So now I think maybe we should go look in some
So,
post office banks
Post office banks. You
at the
ready?
craft show downtown Blue Ridge.
Did you say crap show?
No, craft.
Craft.
Yeah, like a
show.
craft, like a carafe of beer.
Gotcha. Here comes some banks.
Let's go.
Dan, can you tell me a little bit about what you got here and how you got started?
Sure. I was getting out of the military 19 years ago. I was a carpenter under Seabees for 20 years. I got out and just had the idea of starting working on this. These are savings banks made from old antique post office doors. What I do is I scour the country for the old doors. I find them, I totally repurpose them, clean them up, figure out the combinations from the back, and then I build the banks around them using over 30 different kinds of woods. All the wood in here is natural. Nothing has a stain on it, just a clear coat. It's just it's preserving a piece of history is what it is. They're working. It's a working piece of history.
Does everyone come with at least a penny in it?
Yeah. If you find money in it, I'll split it with y'all.
Well, I'll tell you, you got some beautiful stuff there. If someone wants to get something from you, can they reach you like on your website? Or
I don't have a website because I tried the website. It's too hard with what I do. When I find the doors, I never know what I'm going to find out there, what's still left out there. But yes, you can give me a call, my email, no problem. And what I'll do is I'll send you pictures of doors I have at that time, which is always changing, and I can build it for you. And when it's done, if you don't care for it, you don't have to buy it. Next time I do an art festival, I'll just put it back out for sale. So no worries.
Tell me a little bit like the age of some of these.
Okay, the doors that I have right here now date back to 1877, which is this door right here. And they don't make stuff like that anymore. They're real fancy. This door is from 1895. The one way over here is 1898. They were a lot more intricate years ago. Now it's hurry up and get it done, especially with construction, the same type of thing. But back then they took pride in what they did, what they built. So, unfortunately, I'm trying to preserve that history. So,
great.
Bottom. It's also in the certificate on the inside. GAF is the compliment. Everything is clockwise a couple times to clear. Like my finger. When you're ready, you're going to stop over in the center of the table. Then it's counterclockwise. It goes all the way around. You have to go past the letter G to the A. Like a safe. Now just clockwise to the A on the third time. Right there. And if I got it, we'll twist that knob to the left and hold it. That's the door right there. Hope you break the slam. Yeah, please try it.
Clockwise.
Clockwise, and I'm ready to clear it. Yeah. You're ready to stop on the G. Now counter one full turn.
Oh, right, right.
And now just clockwise into it.
Well, that was Dan the Man right there. That was pretty cool.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
How much those babies cost? I was trying to look and see if I saw a price
I
tag.
didn't see a price tag
I didn't
either.
see the price tags.
Yeah, but again, I guess just goes back to the fact that all around this area, I think you can find a craft show or a flea market or
With unique
something to
things.
do with
Yeah.
just stuff like that guy's a woodworker. I mean, some of those
Yeah.
burl woods and things and ironwoods and stuff that he's doing, just look fabulous. So, but it brought back memories for me. I don't know about you, but my mom and dad grew up in this little town. Both grandparents lived in Harveyville, Kansas.
Harveyville, Kansas. Okay.
Population 201.
Wow.
So, and every time we go there, I don't think they ever changed the little sign that said Harveyville, 201 people. Because my dad would pull in town and he'd go, "Been a good year. Nobody died. Nobody was born."
Or one comes in, and
Yeah,
one goes out.
Yep, it's a balance. But anyway, I used to have to walk from my grandma's house. Two things that I recall. One, walking over to the post office, and there was that old big bank.
Right.
She got her mail delivered, not to the house. Nobody in town that lived in town.
We always had it delivered, the mailbox out front.
The rural delivery folks, my grandpa lived far enough out of town that he got rural delivery.
Uh-huh.
But grandma on my dad's side lived in town like a block from the post office. But I'd have to walk over and
get
open
your
up the
mail
box and get the mail out, and then the postmaster would leave a note in there if you had a package or something, and you'd have to go to the big window
Yeah.
and get that. That was cool. And then back in the day, she lived across the street from the central operator office. They had plug-in-the-wall, like phone.
Like the old operators?
Like the old operator.
Who's that, Lily Tomlin?
Yeah.
One ringy dingy?
So, and I could never figure out why. My grandma and grandpa, the outside of town ones, were on a party line. So you had to pick up the phone and listen to see if anybody was talking.
Yeah.
So, childhood memories, but that brought back some, like, I remember the smells, everything. That's just way cool stuff. So, anyhow. All right, well, that was cool. So, you guys walked around down there. The big burning question is, did you take any money out of your wallet?
My wife was looking for something for, we have a great niece and she was sick for a little bit, and we were looking for something for her. I can't remember, I know she got something, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Some jewelry or something for my great niece.
Awesome. Well, we bring our grandkids, I might have mentioned this before, we bring our grandkids up here quite a
Right.
bit. And that park, it was at the end of the first segment we saw, and it, again, they call it the AstroTurf Park. Because we have the sand park, we have the AstroTurf Park, we have Meeks
That is
Park.
a cool new park though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And they just redid it and took the grass out, and then.
It's beautiful, yeah, all brand new.
Yeah, and then have you seen that carving that's there by the bathrooms,
Yeah.
the trout? We were
Yeah.
there the day the guy started it.
No way.
Yeah, and he just
Did
was
he do
like,
the chainsaw?
chainsaw.
Okay.
And he was like, I mean, it was just this dead old tree stump sitting there. And
It's amazing that somebody can look at a tree trunk or something, or a piece of wood, take a chainsaw after it, and make something happen, make
Yeah.
something come to life. It's,
well, and he set up a couple of ladders and a plank, and he, backed his truck up on the grass there and set up probably 10 minutes, maybe at the most, put like
Yeah.
2 or 3 ladders and some 2x12s around, and looked pretty unstable. And then
OSHA was
he
not
just like
around.
fired off the chainsaw and started hacking off big parts of the tree. And I'm like,
But
well, like
you
you
never
say,
know
how
what
do
to
you
hack
know?
off.
I know. How do you know what
How
you
do
want to
you
have
know?
left?
yeah.
Yeah, how do you know where you're going and where to
I
start?
can't
I
do it.
don't know. I don't get it.
It would
Like I
look
said,
like a toothpick after I got through with it. It wouldn't even look like a toothpick.
No.
It needs to be bad.
Me either. All right, so looks like looking at the show notes, looks like I guess we're gonna roll into a commercial next. Is that right?
We're gonna do a commercial.
Let's roll it and see what happens.
Here it comes.
As a NASCAR Hall of Fame driver, I appreciate the best. The best engineering, the best design, the best experience. That's why I ride a Harley, and that's why I wear a Hog Watch. Simple to install, the Hog Watch actually is my key fob. With style and precision, the Hog Watch lets me get on and ride. Hog Watch. Freedom never looks so good.
So get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up, get up, stand up, and rep that red and black, and rep that red and black, and rep that red and black. Red us where you at? Get up out your seat, 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 get up out your seat.
When builders around this area need landscaping, they turn to Tough Turf Incorporated. Why? Because Tough Turf has been providing landscaping, irrigation, lawn maintenance, and lighting to residential and commercial builders and even homeowners associations for more than 20 years. As a family-owned business, we take great pride in making sure our employees approach each and every job with an exceptional level of experience, quality, and integrity. Tough Turf. When it comes to landscaping, nobody's
All right, very good. Well, we got commercials out of the way again, thanks to our sponsors. Once again, if you're up in the Blue Ridge area and you'd like to reach out to us and with comments, please do it on Facebook, on Vimeo, on YouTube, whatever channel you're watching us on.
We'll talk to anybody.
We will. We'll try to respond in an intelligent manner. And you know what? I don't want to jinx it, but technology-wise tonight, we're
Yeah,
doing-
no.
I know. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. So
Let
anyway,
me see if you still got audio.
okay, that's a good thing.
Hello? Hello? Okay,
Check.
we're still there.
All right. So anyway, we pulled up some more with Hank being out of town. Clyde again. We're going to preview his debut video tonight. I think that's coming up almost
Later.
right at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But we pulled up some more vintage Cycle Fever. We get a little Hank and Bill. Well, you know what? We've got to get Bill over here and put him on camera live. Once we've shown his face so many times in previous
He lives
clips.
over by me.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, they live
Yeah.
right out by you, way up on top of a hill somewhere.
Okay.
I've been up there once, so.
Get a good view?
Yeah, if I recall, yes.
Okay.
The road up there's, I have a
The
four-wheel
what?
drive truck,
Yeah.
and it was a path. So, but we're gonna go down to Gloria's Horse Farm, Continental Acres in Weaversdale, Florida.
Wearsdale. I think.
Wearsdale, Florida,
Wearsdale, Florida.
which is somewhere north of Orlando. When we had to look it up on the map, literally. So
Yeah.
we pulled this up and we took a look at the video last week and then again tonight. And this is a really cool place. And this is part of some video that Hank and Bill took a big tour. They actually went all over the United States at one point in time.
Adventure, yeah.
Their big adventure. But this is just, we pulled up some archive footage from some of the best of the best of what they did. So let's roll Gloria's Horse Farm and take a look at how to operate a farm. And Hank whines through a lot of this, so we'll get a chance to hear Hank whine.
Let's see where we're at.
All right.
Okay, now
Bye.
ready?
In the small town of Wearsdale, Florida, is a ranch of a different kind. It's the Continental Acres Equine Resort, a 330-acre equestrian facility that specializes in carriage driving. We weren't really sure how we were going to control the bikes from up on the carriage, but hey, we'll try anything once. Upon making early arrangements, we arrived at sunset. Tomorrow was to be an early morning of heavy chores, so we headed in for an early night and were pleasantly surprised to find accommodations for our steeds.
You think they'll be warm enough? Yeah, I think they'll be all right. Okay.
Night fell, and before we knew it,
Morning, Bill. Morning, Hammer. What's up, man?
it was a brisk morning, so we gave our babies a chance to warm up. After a light breakfast of eggs, bacon, sausage, grits, biscuits, gravy, pancakes, and diet soda, we were on our way. We were greeted by Casey, one of the equine specialists, and while we were hoping that we might have a post-breakfast snack, we soon found out otherwise. It was time to feed the horses, but first we headed to Bill's birthplace to load up the truck.
That's number 4. Here we go. Careful, don't hit me with it. It's heavy. Ah! All right, cool. I'm about to bust this one open, man.
Ah, look at this one.
12. Thank you. I like the way you stand it up. That's good.
I'm done? You know, one thing about working on a farm, you have to get up early.
And make hay while the sun shines.
I like that one. What do you say we go out and feed the horses?
Hey, the sun's up. Let's go.
Let's do it because I'm hungry. I hear you're eating most of the hay. Ride 'em, cowboy. Apollo. Come on, Apollo. Come on, Apollo. Don't be afraid. I don't know what's so good about this stuff. It's awful. Hey, Bill.
What?
This is a heck of a small breakfast for that big horse. Come on, baby. Come on. Come here, baby. What are their names? Prince. Bill, there's a real Prince here. Do you have another name before you were singing? Here, there you go. You like that, huh? Oh, jeez! Oh! Oh, you okay? Man, poor Bill. Did you see what happened? I tripped over that blade of grass, man. I was pooped, but we still had 2 more steeds to feed. Oh, man. Don't feel left out there, sugar baby.
Come on. Yeah, baby. You're the best horse on the farm. Yep.
All right. Well, there we go. We got to see Hank and Bill feeding their
Hogs.
Harley. I didn't think you. That's why hogs don't eat hay.
Yeah, that's why they wouldn't eat.
That's right.
They like to lay in it, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't say that they could lay down their bike.
Yeah.
That's probably not a good idea.
Probably not
I am
good.
not a biking person.
Yeah.
I'm not a I enjoyed motorcycles when I was a kid, dirt bikes. Clyde and I were talking about that while the video was playing, but I'm not a motorcycle on the guy kind of street kind of guy, so. But
I don't know what we're doing here
you know
on
what we should
Cycle
do?
TV.
I don't either really sometimes. You know what we should do? This
What's
would
that?
be fun. We should go move Hank's motorcycle.
Oh my God. If it wasn't here when he got home,
Yeah.
he'd have a.
Or we could,
coronary.
well, even better, we could bring it in the house and put it in the living room.
No, Linda would kill us. We're dead.
We could get a rug. Well, we didn't want it to get wet.
We were gonna put some other stuff in the living room. Do you remember?
I do, yeah. I
Yeah.
couldn't find them. I Googled and they're not available in this area.
All
I
right.
know.
We got some other stuff, but we can't.
Yeah,
talk
we
about it.
can't talk
It's
about it. We got a
Hank's
secret plan
Yeah.
to mess with Mr. Hank a little bit before he gets home. We're gonna actually, we'll take a video and then maybe, we should really do is take one of those GoPros and put it in behind him.
Oh yeah.
And then, like blindfold Hank and tell him that he has to find the prize we left him. besides the goose
Yeah.
on the patio.
Oh, leave him blindfolded, see if he can.
Yeah, so you can navigate to the,
Poop minefield.
to the secret hidden treasure.
Is
No.
it still? They're still coming up here.
Not so bad, I didn't think tonight. Anyway, so before we get too far off base here.
There's still poop out there.
Let's go back, so we're gonna go back and look at a little bit more of Dairy Queen Cruise. We saw some I do like old cars, I gotta admit that.
Yeah.
So, let's go back and look at some Dairy Queen, cruise into a commercial.
Cruise into this. Let's do
Ooh.
it. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Okay, could you tell me a little bit about your car?
It's a 2021 2LT Corvette. Had it about 3 months. Ordered it, took me 17 weeks, which is unheard of, getting it that fast. Love the cars. I've had 6 Corvettes. This is by far the most wonderful Corvette I've ever had.
Now this is the mid-engine, correct?
Yes.
How does that handle different than the other ones?
Holds the ground so much better. The balance of the whole car handles totally different than other Corvettes.
I would recommend that if I had the cash to go get it, huh?
It's not going to be that bad if you want to.
Outstanding. Well, I've had a couple of Corvettes, but that was in my younger days when I had more cash.
I know. I did some begging. She agreed, though.
Well, that's great. Well, that's a gorgeous car. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll talk with you later.
When builders around this area need landscaping, they turn to Top Turf Incorporated. Why? Because Top Turf has been providing landscaping, irrigation, lawn maintenance, and lighting to residential and commercial builders and even homeowners associations for more than 20 years. As a family-owned business, we take great pride in making sure our employees approach each and every job with an exceptional level of experience, quality, and integrity. Top Turf. When it comes to landscaping, nobody's tougher.
The most famous motor diner on the planet. Born in 1938 in London, England, it was notorious as a place for teenage rockers to hang out on motorbikes. Here in Orlando today, this is the first Ace Cafe in the USA. We're a restaurant, a bar, a concert hall, a place to shop. Basically, we're a gathering place for anybody who likes bikes, cars, and rock and roll.
Hi, my name is Nyris, and I've been a Harley-Davidson enthusiast since I was about 4 years old. The lifestyle of a biker chick is very difficult because we don't have so many things that we can accessorize with, so it's just the basics. So now that I have my Hog Watch, which has been, I think, the best solution for me because I am naturally clumsy, so I always lose my key fob. That's $500-600 that I have to spend every time I lose my key fob, but now I wear it on my wrist, so I don't have to worry about that. This is a fashion statement for us as females. It's light, it's perfect, I love it, and it replaces my key, so I don't have a problem of losing my key.
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends! I want the keto. I want the double Diablo. Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese. To go! Here you go, boys. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think? Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair. But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Now the mic's back live. Awesome. All right, so there we go. That was DQ Cruise Part 3 and a commercial. We slammed right into the commercial for you, so we got your Mooyah
Got that out of the way.
You get that out of the way. You know, we get.
Has anybody had a Mooyah burger? Have you?
I have not.
We haven't had one, but
nope.
I want one. I want one bad.
I still, you know, we keep coming back to this. Chick-fil-A, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Blue Ridge is ready.
We have a lot of big ticket items that we need rich people to call into the program and help us out on. We still want to do the Blue Ridge Sasquatch Arena football team.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be amazing if we had that. And that would be awesome for tourists.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what time of
You know what
year.
we could do? We could, you know, what we need is one of those really big mega churches.
Yeah.
See, they could build the stadium for the football.
Yeah.
And then have church in there.
That's what they
And that
did
could
usually.
be
We
like-
had the summit, and
Yeah.
then it just wasn't, I don't know, I guess it
Well,
wasn't big
yeah,
enough
and,
for,
I mean, you would draw all
teams.
from way around.
yeah.
You know, we've got probably 200 little towns just around here.
So I'm still working on the Blue Ridge Sasquatch Arena
Good.
football team.
There we go.
It would be amazing.
Yep.
And it just takes one or two rich guys to help us
the
out.
guy that just did the Virgin Air guy.
Yeah.
If he's, you know,
If he's listening.
if he's listening.
Virgin Air, we love you.
Yeah,
man.
there, and we'll even name the Virgin Air Blue Ridge Sasquatch.
Did you name that stadium, the Virgin Air Stadium?
Yeah, and you know, our air up here is quality. We talk about all the time how nice it is and the air quality's good. There we go, Virgin Air.
Virgin Air, right? Right here in
Woo,
Blue
it could
Ridge,
be on the
Georgia.
sub, right in Blue Ridge, Georgia.
So, but we also need rich people for Chick-fil-A.
Right?
What else do we have?
Well, we always need more equipment.
We talked about Hooters, but the only Hooter girls that I could get were from 1971.
Yeah.
And
Those would be vintage Hooter.
Yeah, this is vintage Hooter girls. They were coming tonight.
Yeah?
They may be upstairs. I told them Hank had a liquor cabinet up there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, we might run into them later.
Is the shuttle bus from town running?
Yeah, that's the only way.
They ain't driving.
They can't see it, but they can still dance.
There you go.
Yeah, they're good.
All right,
Makes
all
them
right.
shaky.
Anyway, okay, so it looks like, looking at my show notes, it says, I think drum roll please. We are ready for the Clyde debut,
Yeah,
short but sweet,
yeah.
video. So Clyde, over to you. Why don't you introduce your video?
This is the Hayesville Festival. My wife and I, Tamara, we went there last Saturday, and it's in North Carolina. So first I thought, North Carolina, I don't want to drive that far, but God, you got to realize that everything around here, we can get to Tennessee in probably 15 minutes, and North Carolina is maybe 20 minutes from here. So Hayesville, it was 40 miles from my house, and I live out in the hills on the south or east side,
southeast
side of Blue Ridge, and we kind of went a back way because it's just more fun to go the back way and go through the hills and everything. And even though it's 40 miles, that's not very long, but it takes about an hour to get there because you're doing this the whole time. but we love that. It's awesome. So we got there, and it's just a small town. They were having their craft show. They had a big food tent set up, and you'll see in the show, you're going to see I was probably 90 into my sandwich, about 90% before I remembered to take a picture of my barbecue sandwich. It was so good I couldn't put it down. So there's not much of my sandwich left, but God, they had a great barbecue sandwich, and they had the sweet corn on the husk.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh, and so I gotta ask you, they had sweet corn on the husk, and they were putting this mayonnaise concoction, slathering it on the corn, and then some red paprika salt or something.
That's a southern thing. I'm not used to that either.
She says, "You want that?" I said, "Well, I can't do the mayonnaise." When I was going to school in the Netherlands, everybody over there does mayonnaise on their French fries. But when I would go to the McDonald's there, as soon as I opened my mouth, they could tell I'm American. And the kids there are so smart, they switch over to American immediately. And they go, you want ketchup, don't you? I said, yeah, I want ketchup. And of course, it was like €2 for each pack of ketchup. I had to pay for ketchup. They got mayonnaise free. I don't care. I'll pay for all the ketchup I
yeah, mayonnaise is not my favorite.
But mayonnaise on corn.
No. You know what? Maybe we should try it.
I can't do it. So I just got the sweet corn, and I think they put a little salt on it. It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, just delicious. Anyhow, let's roll this thing. It's just a bunch of pictures and a little bit of music from some guys that were playing in the gazebo, and it's only about a minute and a half long. So that's just what we did last Saturday. So I gotta get out of this, and we gotta click on, where is it? Oh, there we go. Let's do it.
Fun than a 2-liter drunk. New Orleans, sweet Louisiana. Well, fire and rain in Sacramento, communion on wine and Bombay gin. I'm a thinking she's Episcopalian. Yes, she schooled me in love and original sin. I saw neon lights and got saved again. She convinced me it was.
All right, well, hey, nice job.
There you go.
There you go.
Video editing, courtesy of some little tips and help from Hank earlier today.
Some phone time, huh?
Yeah, had to do a little phone time.
That's
with Hank,
all right.
but
You're,
we got it.
you know, kid teaching old dogs new tricks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Real
There you
old
go.
dogs.
Yeah. So anyway, that corn looked delicious.
It was
But
so good.
I'm with you. I don't know that I could do the mayonnaise on the corn
the mayonnaise.
thing. When my wife and I were living in Illinois, we would go up to the White Cap, which is a company, picnic, and my father-in-law worked there for like 40 years, and they had this huge like roaster thing on the conveyor belt that the corn went in like a big carousel.
Okay.
And I bet I'm not exaggerating, 300 ears of corn at a time. I mean, they would be loading it on the front and taking them off the top, and they would just go around.
Is this like stripping it off of the stalk, or just?
Yeah, no, they would like husk it like that, and then just put it in on like a little, like almost like on Ferris wheel, like a little basket.
Okay.
But you could fit like probably 20 ears of corn across this in one row. And then that row would disappear, and coming from the top down would be the cooked corn.
Oh, so it was going in a rotisserie thing to get cooked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they'd bring it off of there, and then they'd ask you whether you wanted it dipped in the cauldron of melted butter.
Oh, yes, you
Yeah,
did.
and then salt and pepper. They had grinding sea salt, and
You were making me hungry.
kids grinding up the pepper, and
That'd be so good.
man. So,
I'd eat all 300 of those.
but you know, southern foods I can't get used to. Boiled peanuts.
Yeah, they are everywhere around here. You can't go to a gas station, a craft show. You can't go anywhere, or even the side of the road. They got them on the side of the road on Asker Road going to my house.
Oh yeah.
They're selling boiled peanuts, but I don't know.
When we first moved down here, I had been coming down previous to that. We moved down, we went to the company picnic.
Right.
And same thing, walking around, and my daughter was probably 5th grade, I guess. So she's like, I'm hungry, and they weren't ready to serve the food yet, and I'm like, well, there's peanuts over there, go get some peanuts. You can see where this is going. Yeah. And she comes back with this, that little basket, the paper basket full of peanuts, and she looks at her mom and goes, Mommy, these peanuts are all wet. And my wife goes, well, take it back over to the guy and tell him to give you some new ones. And I'm like, whoa, let's come back just a second. Let's not do that. And then we had to try boiled peanuts. But, and if boiled peanuts are so good, why do we have to have Cajun style? And, they've got like 9 different varieties.
I went to a gas station and I saw some guy dipping, he got this big old cup. He's dipping this stuff out into this big old cup. And I'm like, it looked like some weird, it was green, and like green beans or something. I was trying to figure out what it was, but it was boiled peanuts. And I mean, he had one of those giant
foam cups.
Yeah.
Or paper. Either foam cup is real good. And I hate to say this, we've just alienated 80% of our audience. Because they're like going, the email's going to blow up on this one.
If you're the rich guy, if you like boiled peanuts.
If you're the masters of boiled peanuts, enlighten us.
I'll eat them.
I can talk, but it's not like I'm going to go seek them out.
I like regular salted peanuts.
There you go, at the ballpark.
I'll be happy.
At the Sasquatch game.
Oh, yeah.
We can sell boiled peanuts.
And corn.
And Chick-fil-A.
Some barbecue sandwiches.
And Chick-fil-A.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
There
we go. It's a
the
whole
rich guy that
package.
helps with the team can also help, get in cahoots with the Chick-fil-A guys, and we'll make $1 million.
Oh yeah, we're ready.
Great.
Well, hey, listen. I guess it's about time. How are we doing on time here, Time Master? What's the TikTok clock say?
Oh, we still got a DQ Cruise 4.
Oh, awesome.
So we can't even end yet.
We can't end yet.
It's 7:48. 48 minutes in.
Let's run it, and then we'll come back and finish up, and we'll get out of here.
More cars, but they're awesome.
Oh, I had to say this. This is the last.
Yes.
DQ Cruise, Part 4. We are done cruising at the Dairy Queen. But it was a really cool show. got a lot of footage, a lot of cars there, a lot of really cool folks. Let's roll it.
I ate at the Dairy Queen today, by the way.
You did, yeah, when you were.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I got hamburger. I didn't have a shake though. Their shakes are between. That's another. Some rich guy that owns a Dairy Queen could also chip in and help us get something going here with the team and everything. Heck, we can do Blue Ridge Sasquatch and Dairy Queen Arena.
No, we could do blue. Dairy Queen Blue ice cream, only available at the game.
That's awesome.
The Sasquatch Blue.
The only ones that has awesome shakes is DQ and Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a picture next time we go up there. There's an ice cream place in Murphy, North Carolina. I have to get that. It's weird to me.
Yeah.
North Carolina gets here before South Carolina does.
It does, yeah.
It wraps around and you can actually get into North Carolina quicker than you can South Carolina, which I still have a hard time with that. But there's a soft serve ice cream place up in Murphy, and we go there because it's only like 25 minutes from our house. So I'll take a picture.
Take me in there.
We'll have to go.
I like some good ice cream.
And we'll go across the street for Bob's Burgers.
Perfect.
Oh man! All right,
Bob's Burgers and then
let's go to the last cruise.
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
cruise into this baby. Here we go.
About your Roadrunner.
Well, yeah, picked it up about 5 years ago. I'd love to take credit for the paint job, but it was already painted when I got it, and the fella gave up on it, and so I was in the right place at the right time, and it came to me as a rolling, complete car, unassembled, and the hard part was done with the paint. So I did about a 2-year restoration on it, and did everything myself. My brother helped me with the motor and transmission. And what you see is the result.
So, tell me a little bit about the engine and what you got into it.
Basically a stock engine, it's a 383. In 68, you could only get the 383 or the Hemi engine. So this is the 383. Very mild cam, very mild head work, but other than that, just a stock build. 4-speed transmission. Runs real good.
Do you take it to a lot of the shows around here?
Yeah, I try to go, once a week, once every other week. Try to hit as many as I can.
Well, you got a beautiful car. And
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wrapping up the Dairy Queen cruise there.
Fine.
And, we make fun of that, but Hank went out and shot a lot of great video.
Yeah.
One thing about those, we were talking about this a little bit. Car people are car people. You put a camera in front of them, and they will talk about their car longer than you want to be there.
Yeah.
And they are so passionate about their ride and what's unique to them. And like we were saying, it takes a lot to maintain one of those things. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I stopped and asked an ignorant question once, like, what do you wash your car with? The guy's like, this car's never had water on it.
Really?
Yeah, they don't wash them with water. They wipe them down with a microfiber cloth, and there maybe have some secret spray.
They've got that, for me, they've got that turtle wax ice. And
Yeah.
as long as my Jeep doesn't get too dirty, it's microfiber cloth that I can throw away. And I just squirt it and just wipe it down and.
Yeah, I mean, but this guy was like, I never would wash my car. It's, this paint will never be washed.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful car, but I'm like, well, I got water spots in my truck that I'd like to try to get out.
Most of those cars out there are beautiful, and there's always something about each car that either unique or it's got just a beautiful paint job or
tons
just
of
the
love.
styling that they've done on it.
Yep, tons of love in there. So
unbelievable.
anyway, well, that's a wrap on the
How come we
show.
don't have any of those cars?
We don't have any money.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks for
We have
reminding me.
wives.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are all single, aren't they?
Yeah,
I bet they
pretty
are.
much. Well, I don't know, you know. But anyway, well, again, thanks for watching. Well, I guess Hank will be back next week, I think.
I talked to him earlier today, and he's hoping to leave Thursday morning, and he wants to drive all the way through. But which puts him here either Friday or Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, I told him when I talked to him, he told me the same thing. And I says, stop in Ohio somewhere.
That's what I said. Don't
Go
kill
to
yourself.
Hershey, Ohio, and take some shots, or do something. You know,
knock yourself out for a few hours.
No, yeah, do something, but stop and enjoy the travel back. You know, and we talk about that. You know, enjoy the ride. Oh wait, I can do the slogan.
You can do the slogan.
Join the adventure and enjoy the ride. We'll see you next week here on Cycle Fever TV North. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye.